Hey guys, welcome back. It's day 88 of 100 Days of Making Comics. That leaves, what, 12 days left? About there? I don't feel like actually trying to do the math right now. I think that's about right. Got 2 pages done today. So I have half of the prologue chapter done. And the clip that's playing now is some penciling work I did on the chapter 1 cover, like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, as I was watching one of my buddies, my buddy Hoboglobin, stream Fortnite, and we kind of got to talking about actually like being devoted to our creative content, and because he was stagnant there for a while, and so was I when it came to actually creating something, and he's getting back into it, and at the same time I am, and I do owe much of that to this challenge. I think I said either yesterday or the day before, it's definitely made me realize how much I really enjoy working on comics and creating just these worlds for characters to interact in. And, okay. So my mom's downstairs watching The Walking Dead, and she just started screaming, and it really threw me off. But what was I saying? Because now I forgot. Yeah, this challenge has really helped me realize how much I love just creating comics. And I really need to treat it as a job. And at this point, I'm kind of more so doing it for fun. Future goal, definitely to make money off of this. I would love to. That would be amazing. Right now, it's just for fun, because it is fun. But I also have to look at it as if it's a job, or I won't actually do it. I'll just sit down at my computer and be like, oh hey, there's Minecraft, or Skyrim, or ESO, and all these other games I want to play. But I've started getting into the mindset where if I do my work, then I can play my games. And it's actually been going pretty well. Because I think I put about half an hour into the sketch really early this morning, and then a little over 2 hours into finishing up these 2 pages. I really, I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of time left in the challenge to get a buffer going for chapter 1, so what I might do is I do plan on uploading the prologue come the end of the challenge, which I think is like the 28th or 29th. I don't have my... Oh wait, no, never mind, my planner's right here. I can totally check. Ignore the weird noises. Let me see. Yeah, the 28th and the 29th is when I'm going to upload the prologue to Patreon and my website. There are links to both of those in the description. They've been there pretty much the whole time. I just don't really mention it. You can even read the little bit of K-Saga I have on there, what I had on there before I just altogether stopped working on it. You can actually read it on my site. My Patreon at the moment is actually very stagnant, but I do plan on uploading the prologue in bulk to both of those places that weekend. Patreon will update the 28th, and my site will update the 29th. And I think the week after is when I'm going to upload the whole prologue to both Webtoon and Tapas, maybe Smack Jeeves, I don't know. I know Smack Jeeves has kind of become less popular, or, well, not really less popular, but more of the webcomic community's moved to other places by this point. But yeah, that's like a week and a half away. But I might actually take a week or two off just to get some of chapter 1 done, kind of get a buffer going, and then continue on with my 2 pages every weekend. Patreon will always update the day before my website does, and then with Tapas, Webtoon, and wherever else other webcomic hosting sites I decide to post this at, those updates will only come when chapters are finished. Because I'm mainly focusing on my website for posting my comics, because it's what I designed it for. I designed it for my comics and my artwork. Because I don't want to reach that point where I'm stagnant again and kind of do the whole K-Saga really long hiatus, because I was actually doing pretty good. I went a whole month of just steady updates before I ended up kind of like falling off the bandwagon and treating this like a job. Like, okay, you can take a nap after work or in whatnot, but you have, as soon as you wake up, you got to do this, or you have to do this as soon as you get home, or after you eat something. I always make sure to put the comic work as a priority, which I should have been doing from the get-go, especially if I want to be taking this seriously at some point. But yeah, I really don't want to reach that point again, because it's happened to me many times where I just don't take it seriously enough. Whereas it's like I want to get noticed, more or less. Another thing I want to start doing is actually Twitch streams for artwork. I was gonna use YouTube, but then, I mean, Twitch is kind of designed for specifically streaming, so I'm gonna get that kind of together. I know I want to start doing these things called Fan Art Fridays, where I devote some time on my Fridays to actually create fan art, because I want to have a table at, I think I did mention that I wanted to have a table at next year's TECO. And I actually need artwork and prints to be able to sell. But that's a long way off. That's like it's about a year off now. And maybe even print off the chapters, like individual chapters of the comic, and sell them almost like as issues. And I'll probably print them off on my own and make like little mini comic type things. Might not work with the I don't know. I'll figure it out. I know there's ways. I gotta get a new printer anyways, which is kind of one of those things on my list to get in the near future. But I think the whole gist of what I'm trying to say, because I kind of rambling and getting off topic like I tend to do, I should probably start doing a script. I actually might help with that. But this is, to me, a job. I consider it my second job, even though I'm not making money off of it. I have to see it as a job in order for me to actually get it done. So I am determined to finish the prologue before the challenge is up, and try and squeeze in little bits of chapter 1 work as well until the end of it. And I might do a stream at the very end for day 100. I don't know yet. I tend to say things and not stick to it, so I guess we'll find out. So I'm gonna shut up now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.